Hi, I'm Ross Callaghan. I'm about to start on another ship model project. As you can see, I'm starting with a hull of a ship. It's solid, and it was discovered in Whitby in England in the ceiling of a house. The thought is that it's probably well over 100 years old, and it is in a very, very bad state of repair. So like in all my other ship models, I'll keep you posted along the way so you get an idea of what's involved in restoring an old model like this. The first thing I did was to clear everything off the decks. It's very interesting to discover that the whole ship's been held together with nails. Doesn't look like anything's been glued. So things came off relatively easily. That will enable me to get everything nice and clean. The process for the restoration of the hull was relatively simple. Started like this and did a little bit of filling. Not much was required, and I discovered that the hull had a beautiful grain to the timber here, so I didn't want to take that away too much, so I sanded it relatively lightly. Next step was to put on the decking, and for that I used bamboo, very thin bamboo that you can get that they use for plates, and that was glued on using white glue. I was able to cut the thin bamboo using a paper cutter, which made it all relatively easy to do. And that then set up so that I could add on the gunnel rails. Next step was to put some coats of undercoat on and then to fill up any gaps. So really at this stage it's fill, paint, sand. Fill, paint, sand so that you get a nice smooth surface ready for the top coat. So at this stage the hull was pretty much repaired, ready for its top coats. So then I made the masts and a cradle for the ship, and then started planning for the rigging. This is my plans for the fixed rigging. Quite a bit of progress now, working on the masts, trying to work out how they should be constructed and also how the fixed rigging can be attached, and then also trying to work out where everything goes on the deck and to prepare for the fixed rigging, and then later of course for the running rigging as well. Where possible, I've tried to use parts that were on the original ship. At this stage there's lots of decisions to make and trial and error, but getting there. Well, now the masts are complete, and that's enabled me to plan for the next phase, which is to create the sails. Made the pin rails down the bottom for attachment of the sails, then created spars for each sail, and then I've used paper for a mock-up to try and work out the shape and the size and the position of each sail on each mast. From that I'll be able to work out my running rigging and put all the attachments needed for the running rigging on the masts and also on the hull. Well, it took a while, but now I've made all of the sails, and they've all been sewn onto the spars, as you can see there. Next step was to complete the painting of the hull in preparation for the masts and sails going on. I always find it difficult to get a nice line between two different colours. So what I do is paint up to the line, put a bit of white card there between it, and it just makes it look really, really nice and professional. And even more progress now. The line between the black and the red looks good there. And I've made all the decisions about what goes on the deck and got prepared for the both kinds of rigging, the running rigging and the standing rigging. So really, next step is to put it all together. I've always found it difficult to make the railings that go around the edge of the deck, but I think I've found a good system, so I'll show it to you. I start with these little wee nails, and then I've made up a little jig, and the jig enables me to work out the distances between the nails. I've created a little hole, and the next nail goes onto that distance like that, and it gives me the height of the nail so that when I bash it in, all the nails are the same distance apart and the same height. Then I get my thread, and it's relatively easy, and you can see I've made a nice rail. How about that? Well, lots more progress now. I've got the masts actually glued in, and I've built the all of the fixed rigging, including the shrouds here, which stop the masts going left and right, put the rat lines on. And all of this rigging here, the problem is tensioning. So whenever you adjust one, got these ones here, for example, nice and tight, these ones, but these ones go loose. So I adjust these ones, and that means the whole thing is now tight, 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 all the way. That's great. So what I do to try and enable me to tighten it up afterwards is always only attach one end. So for example here, I can loosen that, or I can tighten it just simply by pulling it down there. Or I can tighten up, like this is still loose, so I can tighten it there. And so at every stage, as the sails go on, and especially as the jibs go on, I can tighten the stays so that they don't sag. It's actually quite tricky, but it really makes a big difference to the end result. And even more progress now, because I've got everything glued down onto the deck. So that phase of the model is now complete, and it's all now about putting on the sails. Getting towards the end now. Got the anchors on there. All of the sails are in place, and I've put a rudder on as well. Now I have to get all of the lines tight. There's still some droopy ones there, and get all of the ends nicely glued down in preparation for finishing the model. Very pleased with how the railings turned out with the system I'm using. They look really good. Well, I finally finished refurbishing this model ship, and I must say it's been an absolute pleasure. The whole job took me about 4 months, and what I really enjoyed was the opportunity to do a complete sail plan and then a sail system that was a scratch build. So I did what I wanted to do, and I reckon it's come out pretty authentically as well. I've discovered that this is a bark, a 3-masted bark, typical of traders in the 19th century, the kind of ship that Scott went to Antarctica in, travelling all around the world. Didn't need too many sailors on board to run the ship compared to bigger ships. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. It's been a pleasure, And I hope if ever you find an old ship that's in derelict, that you might have a go at doing something like this as well. It brings out the creativity in you. It has lots of challenges on the way, but oh, the end result makes you feel real good because you've created something that looks very authentic.